So the game I'm playing today is called Prelude to Irrelevance, the one game from the Walking Simulator a Month Club Volume 1 bundle that I've mentioned numerous times already in these videos but never actually played. Well, that's finally gonna change today. Now, this is the only other game in this particular bundle that I would like to showcase to you guys. I don't really have any interest in showing off any of the other games in this bundle because I'm just personally not interested in them. And not only that, but some of the games do unfortunately run rather poorly on my hardware at least, so I likely will not be covering them in a video probably ever. But Prelude to Irrelevance is the one other game that I wanted to show you guys from this bundle. Now, I want to let you guys know ahead of time that there is not a lot to see in this particular game, so I'm gonna try not to waste your guys' time with this one. So in this game, you are exploring the surface of Neptune's moon, Triton. And for the most part, there isn't that much to see on the surface of Triton, except for some really strange-looking buildings, or strange-looking structures, that are glowing red. As a matter of fact, you can actually see one of the structures off in the distance on this still frame of the game right here. This is also one of the very few games in the Walking Sim a Month Club Volume 1 bundle where you actually have a jetpack. Indeed, if you hold down spacebar, you'll be able to float for a little while. And of course, there is also low gravity here, because we are on Triton after all. This is also one of the very rare games in this bundle that actually does not have music. Yeah, I believe the game is actually completely silent, except for a little bit of ambience here and there. But if I remember correctly, because I did play this game off-screen quite a long time ago, before recording this, I do believe that there's just like environmental ambience in this game, and that's about it. I don't think Connor Sherlock composed an actual song for this game, so it's definitely one of the more eerie games in the bundle for sure, and I think I did mention in previous videos that it did sort of creep me out, especially since you can actually hear the breathing of the main character in this game. I do believe you are basically playing as an astronaut in this game, which would also explain the jetpack. I know, playing as a pretty futuristic astronaut here. So the backstory of this game is that apparently the Walking Simulator a Month Club, this freaking cult organization comprised of literal demigods, apparently there was an earlier incarnation of the Walking Simulator a Month Club that placed sensory arrays on the surface of Triton, which I assume are those giant black and red structures over there in the distance. I'm assuming that's what those are. And the whole purpose of constructing these buildings on Triton was so that they could perform a high-resolution scan of the entire solar system, or in other words, basically mapping out the entire history of the solar system from the formation of the Earth and the evolution of all of its sentient species, including humans, of course. But weirdly enough, the README file also mentions something about a sentient beetle race that apparently rose to prominence after humanity left. I am paraphrasing the README file directly. I'm actually making air quotes whenever I say things like humanity left or after humanity left. Yeah, so I guess after the human race decided that, either after the human race got wiped out, or after they decided that they needed to find some other planets to colonize, and ultimately destroy, apparently there was a race of sentient beetles that then took over. Like, I don't know if this is, like, referring to Earth specifically, where all the beetles on the face of the Earth suddenly became self-aware, and they basically took over the entire planet. They formed their own cities, and their own government, and their own society, essentially. I don't get it at all. Also, the so-called sensory arrays were apparently mapping out the Earth ever since its formation. So were they actually placed here like 4.5 billion years ago? It also mentions that Triton was placed in a retrograde orbit by the Walking Sim a Month Club. And just to provide a little bit of additional context to that, Triton is the only moon of its size in the solar system that actually has a retrograde orbit, and it is believed that due to Triton's retrograde orbit that it may have possibly originated in the Kuiper Belt, which the README file does also mention. And apparently after Triton formed in the Kuiper Belt, the Walking Sim a Month Club apparently came over and placed it in the orbit around Neptune. And the whole purpose of them doing that was so that they could actually hide the sensory arrays so that people wouldn't find them. So I guess that way, when the human race finally rose to prominence and astronomers began taking note of all the other objects in the solar system, including the various natural satellites orbiting around all of the planets in the solar system, including Neptune, yeah, they did that so that astronomers wouldn't be able to find these sensory arrays. Yeah, so that they wouldn't, like, raise any suspicions of, like, aliens, I guess. I am having a really difficult time trying to form, like, a coherent narrative out of this freaking README file that I'm looking at right now. But I mean, that's just the nature of all of the games in the Walking Sim a Month Club Volume 1 bundle. I mean, I at least appreciated that Connor Sherlock added, like, little backstories to all of these games, but my god, I feel like he made them deliberately confusing as frick. I feel like their extremely vague nature was done almost deliberately. But either way, that's the whole backstory for Prelude to Irrelevance, so with that being said, let's just walk around on Triton for a little while. Right, welcome to Prelude to Irrelevance. So, as with most of Connor Sherlock's games, you use the mouse to look around, WASD keys to move around, arrow keys work as well. You right-click to zoom in, it actually works this time, unlike Hinterlands and Sunken Citadel. The screen also glitches out occasionally after a while, although I'm pretty sure that's intentional. It doesn't seem like a bug with the game, it seems like that was done deliberately. Shadows are kind of going a little bit buck wild here. Oh yeah, you can also press shift key to sprint. Yeah, thankfully you do actually sprint fairly quickly in this game, so it'll be pretty easy to move around because of that. Yeah, so as I warned you guys before, there is not that much to see in this particular game, except for maybe this giant structure right here. Oh yeah, press spacebar and hold it to enable the jetpack. This jetpack does actually last for a fairly long time. My god, there's a lot of, like, yeah, there's a lot of, like, screen flickering going on. I'm pretty sure it's intentional, though. I think that's like a deliberate effect that, Connor Sherlock did here. Yeah, it's not a big deal. My display is bugging out here. Oh yeah, by the way, you do have a flashlight in this game. You can enable it with the F key, and also disable it, too. I don't really know what the point of this is, other than just making it a lot easier to see. And I mean, this is a pretty dark game, or it's a fairly dark game, so it definitely helps to just keep it enabled at all times, so I don't even see why you'd want to turn it off in the first place. Yeah, so there really is just a lot of, like, environmental ambience in this game. You can tell that there's no music playing right now. It's just really eerie noises. Okay, why can I not... Excuse me? Am I really, like, stuck in a crater right now? Wow, are you serious? My jetpack's actually not working. Right, well, I don't know how I got myself into this predicament, but if this means I actually need to reset the game, then, I may actually just, yeet myself into that star right up there. I actually did not notice that star before. That looks kinda cool. Wait, is it moving? I can't tell if it's moving or not. Okay, that's kind of weird. Oh my god. How does this happen? How does crap like this even happen, dude? Okay, I'll be right back. Alright, so I had to just completely restart the game because I literally got trapped in a freaking crater and I couldn't get out. So just pretend that the first 3 minutes of this video didn't happen at all, okay? It was all just an illusion. It was all in your head. Nothing happened in the last 3 minutes. I'm gonna assume that star up there is probably the sun, which would make a lot of sense considering, you know, we're orbiting around Neptune here. In fact, where is Neptune? Oh yeah, by the way, I want to point this out as well. Yeah, so you do create dust in this game whenever you land on the surface of Triton, after you've been floating around for a little bit. But for some reason, the dust on Triton is magenta, which is a little weird. But still looks kind of cool though, and it does seem like it kind of creates light as well, which is also really odd. Oh yeah, you can still sprint while in midair as well. I guess if you want to travel, a lot quicker with your jetpack. Okay, well, I'm gonna avoid that area over there because I think when I tried going into that valley, that's what ended up getting me stuck. So, frick it. We're gonna go around it this time. Not gonna make that same mistake again. Yeah, so we're trying to get to that giant monolith over there that's like glowing red. That is the thing that we're trying to investigate here. Indeed. So we're just gonna mosey on over to that thing over there. Very nice. Yeah, thankfully it's not gonna take too long because we're actually kind of fast in this game for a change. Alright, we're just gonna keep on sprinting and hovering over to that building. God, there's like a lot of craters here. I don't even know why I got stuck to begin with. It's like I was spamming spacebar and I couldn't get out for some reason. Like my jetpack wasn't working at all. Again, I do sort of feel like some of Connor Sherlock's games can be a little bit buggy at times. Also, this does kind of remind me of one of the structures on Krypton Comet, because it kind of looks like, I don't know, it was built in a very similar fashion. Yeah, this is kind of strange. It just looks like a giant wall. It's really odd. I don't think it stretches all the way out to like infinity, though. I think there is a point where it does actually stop. And I do believe there is a way to get past this wall. Yeah, there's like giant openings in the wall, actually, so I don't really know if there's anything else to see beyond this, but you can see that, yeah, this structure is pretty ominous because it kind of looks like it's just floating over a really large crater. And there's actually layers to this structure as well, because you'll notice down below that there's actually more surfaces that you can land on down there. It looks kind of creepy, not gonna lie. This is apparently the sensory array that they were using to scan the solar system. This huge freaking structure, yeah, just kind of like built all the way down into the ground. Almost looks like some sort of mining facility or whatever. A very odd structure indeed. I do like this, yeah, this effect right here where it just looks like it's glowing. Yeah, the light gets a lot brighter when I get closer to it. I don't think if I touch this structure I will die, though. I don't know, let's test it out. I haven't played this in a little while. Oh god. Yep, it's literally just a giant-ass LED light. Oh my god, it's causing a lot of, like, really weird effects with my visor, though. Yeah, a lot of, like, really weird lighting effects. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, that's a little too much. And I guess what I meant before when I said that this looked like a gigantic mining facility, what I really meant to say was that this kind of looks like a giant drill. It's like a gigantic drill that's just kind of burrowing into the ground here. Like, burrowing deep into the surface of Triton. And I mean, there's a lot more... Yeah, there's a lot more areas that we could explore out over there. Yeah, there is a way that we can get past this. But I don't really know if there's anything else to see beyond this, necessarily. Because I think the main premise of this game is that this is meant to be the sensory array. Okay, this actually still looks kind of cool, though. I don't know, thumbnail idea, perhaps? I don't know, I think I'm still a little too close for it, because I'd kind of like to get maybe the entire structure in view. I am going to travel down deeper into the depths, though, because I do want to show you guys the additional layers below. I don't remember if this is another one of those games in this bundle where you can die. I don't believe you can, but I don't remember for sure. I'm definitely going to have to use the jetpack here. Actually, can I even scale this? Oh, I can. No, I definitely can. I don't know if there's anything else beyond these hills. I mean, there's also a possibility that there might be, like, more than one sensory array here on the surface of Triton. I imagine they would have built more than one, right? Oh my god, this looks freaking weird, dude. Oh, never mind. I guess there is actually music in this game, but I guess the music doesn't play until you get to the structure. Oh, okay, well, I guess that makes sense. God, why am I stuttering so much? Yeah, also what's kind of weird is that, yeah, whenever you're looking at these structures from, like, a side view here, yeah, the structures get bent, actually. It's like they slightly start to bend as they get closer to the edges of the screen. It's actually kind of a cool effect, not gonna lie. Probably has something to do with my visor here. It's almost like... what is that effect called? A fisheye? Fisheye lens? Or is this what they would necessarily call a fisheye lens? I'm not entirely sure, but it's a similar effect, to say the least. Oh yeah. There's a whole bunch of more terrain that I could probably explore over that way. But the question is, do I want to? I don't actually know if there's more than one of these arrays that you can discover here. Because it does kind of seem like this is one of the larger maps that Connor Sherlock has included in this bundle. I mean, I can try and go up to this hill right here just to see, and then try to use my my jetpack. Unless this is another map that does actually have like a definitive endpoint. Oh no, there's a lot more. And yeah, I actually don't see anything beyond this point, so maybe I probably shouldn't. Yeah, here we go. Got a nice view of the tower right here, the watchtower. Yeah, put it in the center maybe, because I don't really like how that looks when it's all bent. There we go. Kind of wish it was lit up a little bit better, but whatever, it's fine. Alright, so with that being said, I guess I am gonna try and travel back to this giant-ass tower over here and try to show you the deeper layers, because it turns out that this structure does go a lot deeper than it appears to. Indeed. Yeah, let's go even deeper. Let's explore the bottommost layers of this, what is basically like a giant drill. I mean, it clearly seems like this array may still be active, considering it's still glowing red. My god, it still looks kind of cool against the sun all the way in the background. Alright, let's see if I can actually try, like, landing on the layers below here. Oh god. That's actually a really long ways down. Well, I mean, I do have my jetpack. Okay, well, hang on a second. Let's go down. We're going down deep, boys. This may actually take a while because, I mean, we're still just kind of floating because of the lower gravity. Yeah, my god, there's just like multiple layers to this, dude. It's also like really freaking foggy down here as well. Yeah, there's a giant bridge right here that kind of just leads to nowhere, leads even deeper into the depths of hell, I would imagine. Oh god, I can't even see where the hell I am right now. Hello? Got all these like little spikes as well that are just kind of protruding outwards. It doesn't even seem like they're attached to anything. Yeah, you just venture deeper and deeper into the freaking drill. Yeah, and you can actually land on these things. I mean, you can barely see what the hell you're doing, even with the flashlight on, actually. Yeah, you can barely see anything down here. Oh my god, it's like so freaking foggy. It's kind of reminding me a little bit of like Last Visit to the Shard. Oh. Hello. This is just a giant wall, apparently. Oh god, you can still see the sun up there. God, this ambience is really not helping with the mood here. Oh god, I cannot see jack crap, dude. Okay, this scene right here, though, is actually, like, kind of spooky. God, there's just, like, red fog. Why is the fog red? Yeah, you really start to notice the scale of this giant freaking tower here. It just, like, goes so deep into the ground. Where it stops, nobody knows, but actually, it does kind of seem like there's something down here. Wait a second. Like, something I could potentially land on? If I don't end up hitting, like, some sort of kill plane first, which I don't think I will. Oh, god. Yeah, there's just, like, so many different layers here. I'm sorry if you can barely see anything, but it's, like, there's not really anything I can do about it. It's just the game. Like, it's just so freaking dark naturally in this game right here. Yeah, what are these structures down here? Is this, like, the very bottom? Yeah, they are textured, at least. Yeah, like, look at this, man. Look at that. It's literally a giant, like, mining drill with a lot of floating structures around it, too. And try to go even deeper. Actually, is there another thing that I can land on right here? Okay, this is like a slope. That's kind of weird. Yeah, I really don't know if there's like a kill plane in this particular game. There might not be. I don't even know how deep this actually goes. But as you look upwards, you get to see that you're just falling into the crater without a purpose. Actually, oh god. Okay, that terrified me at first. Okay, apparently there is a bottom. The bottom glows red. But you don't actually die. So you're just kind of stuck you're just kind of stuck down here now. You're just stuck down here now, doomed to live the rest of your life, inside a giant-ass mining drill, basically. Yep, you're just stuck down here for all eternity with no hope of ever leaving, of ever escaping. You're done, man. This is your new home now. This is your new home. Might as well make the most of it, right? Also, I want to point out as well that this game in particular has a really weird bug. The footstep sounds keep playing even when you're standing still. Like, if you start walking or sprinting, and then you stop, yeah, your footsteps still make noises. They don't actually stop playing. And that actually scared me at first. Like, when I first played this game a while back, because I came to a complete stop, but I still heard footstep noises, and then I got afraid that someone was, like following me. Even though, once again, like, in pretty much all of Connor Sherlock's games, there's never any, like, monsters that you have to run away from. Like, that's the thing, Connor Sherlock's games are legitimate walking simulators. They're not, like, survival horror games or anything. I mean, some of his games definitely have a specific kind of, a specific type of atmosphere that definitely resembles a survival horror game at times. Oh, that's literally just the rock face. But yeah, his games are not actually survival horror because, you know, no monsters, no like eldritch creatures that you have to like steer clear of for the entire game. You know, they're just chasing after you the entire game and you have no way of like defending yourself. No, his games are not like that at all. God, this ambience is kind of nice, though. I like what he's doing with the synths here. Also, I am admittedly a little bit worried as to how exactly this video is going to look on YouTube, because this is another game in this bundle that has, like, a grainy static filter over the screen. So, yeah, I kind of feel like this video is not going to play all that well with YouTube's bitrate. So that's something that definitely has me worried. I kind of feel like this video is just going to look like actual trash when I upload it. It's just gonna look like an actual honest-to-God dumpster fire. My god, this effect right here looks really cool, though. Look how the sun over there is just kind of like shining into this giant hole in the ground. That does actually look really cool. And when it goes behind this, yeah, when it goes behind that giant bar up there, just kind of slowly disappears, fades back in and out. Yeah. That is a really cool effect, though. That is a genuinely neat effect. I really like that. Also, I do kind of like how it illuminates the red fog around this crater, too. Also, is it just me, or is there suddenly, like, more red fog that suddenly filled up this crater? Wait, what in the world is happening? Right, well, I don't really have that much more to say about this game, honestly, so you know what? I think I am just going to leave the video here. I'm not entirely sure if the sudden abundance of red fog actually means anything. I don't think it really does. Yeah, I don't think this this machine is like powering up or anything. I don't think I have anything to worry about, because it doesn't seem like anything's really happening anyway. So yeah, I do believe this is where I'm going to end the video here, because yeah, that's about all I have to say regarding Prelude to Irrelevance. Yeah, so that's Prelude to Irrelevance. So long story short, the Walking Simulator a Month Club built basically a giant mining drill on the surface of Triton, because that's essentially what it is. But what the structure actually is, in reality, is a so-called sensory array that they built in order to keep track of the history of the solar system. For what reason specifically, I am completely unsure of, because it doesn't mention anything about that in the README file. Also, something about a sentient beetle race, which, I don't know, maybe that's referring to the Walking Sim a Month Club themselves. Maybe the members are not human. I mean, I'm convinced at this point that the Walking Sim a Month Club are not actually human. Maybe they are all just like freaking sentient bugs. Sentient bug creatures that have taken over the Earth long after humanity abandoned the planet. After they set off on a journey to explore the cosmos, or they just ended up getting killed off somehow. TLDR, this is just another weird walking simulator from a really weird indie dev that I wanted to show off to you guys. So, there you go. That's Prelude to Irrelevance. And with all that said and done, I do believe I am pretty much finished with the Walking Sim a Month Club Volume 1 bundle. There's no other games that I want to show in this bundle. I do believe this is where our journey through these really bizarre walking simulators is going to come to a finale, or like a definitive conclusion. Like, I don't think I'm going to be covering any more games from this bundle. That's not to say I'm going to stop covering games from Connor Sherlock completely, because there is the possibility that I may want to move on to the second bundle now. So maybe within the next couple of months or so, or the next few months, or whenever I get around to doing it, maybe sometime in the near future, I'll go to itch.io and try to pick up the second and third bundles, or I could wait until the complete edition of the game comes out on Steam, because I've already mentioned numerous times in this series, because again, I guess this was like a little bit of a mini-series that I was doing on my channel for a while, but I did mention in previous videos that Connor Sherlock is currently working on a complete edition of the game that packages all of the games from the first 3 bundles into one gigantic collection. And the complete edition of the Walking Sim a Month Club is going to be coming to Steam. I still don't think there's any release date though, because it hasn't been released yet. I'm not entirely sure when that collection is finally going to come out, but maybe I could wait until it comes out before I start playing all the games in the second and third bundles. I don't really know. But one thing is certain though, this will most likely be the last Connor Sherlock game that I play for quite a while, possibly for the remainder of 2021. I think I've showcased enough bizarre and left-field walking simulators on my channel for a while at least. I think that's good enough for now, because I really don't want these games to become the primary focus of my channel. So I think I'm good for now. I think I've had a good enough dose of these really weird and wild walking simulators for the foreseeable future. Now that being said, if you do want to go and pick up the Walking Sim a Month Club Volume 1 bundle for yourself, the link is in the description as always, and once again, there is a link to the Steam page for the complete edition if you want to wishlist it on Steam, because I still don't think it's out yet. So to all the people who did genuinely enjoy the videos that I've done on Connor Sherlock's games over the past year and a half, I do hope you enjoyed these strange little worlds that I chose to explore, but I do believe I am done with his games for a little while at least. Maybe for a few months at the very least. Like, once the complete edition of the Walking Sim a Month Club comes out, I might try to resume this series. But I do believe that, until that day arrives, this is where this series is going to end for now. It's going to go on a little hiatus. So once again, I do hope you enjoyed the time that we spent marching through the strange and wonderful landscapes concocted by Connor Sherlock. And once again, if you want to play these games for yourself, the link is in the description for the first bundle. And as always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video I make. Later!